I said, we'll be starting with reading lesson 2. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can see my screen, right? Okay. As I said, we'll be starting with lesson 2 of reading. Again, over here in lesson number 2 also, we have history. We'll be looking at some topics from history along with our factual information question today. Okay. Also, along with that, we'll also learn to talk about how to make predictions when we are trying to read these passages, because these passages are very big, correct? So when you look at the heading, when you look at the passage, you should be able to guess what it is going to talk about. Okay, so we are going to see how to make that, and then we'll also see the reading question type, that is our factual information question, and then we'll also go through some vocabulary words. Now first, over here you have a short passage. Quickly give it a read. Based on it, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, I'm done reading
Done?
it.
Okay. Here you have few questions. Try to write down the answers to these questions. Okay. I have shared the handout with you also.
Okay.
Yeah. Done with this? Tell me once you're done. Okay. You don't have to try for very long answers, okay? Just write it in brief.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, tell me the answers. So, according to the paragraph, what changes happened in human history because of the development of agriculture?
The population grew and people began to work in other fields, such as some started making tools, others started to work in religion, and some became soldiers and merchants.
Okay, great.
So that was
And
also.
how do you think settling in one place could help a population grow?
People no longer need to travel around, so they can build villages. They can keep animals for their safety, and the more the safety, the more the population, the more it will help to grow the population.
Very good. Okay, now over here, these were factual information questions, correct? If you observed something that was mentioned in the passage and you were supposed to answer, correct? Now, just the way we practice vocabulary in the last reading lesson, we'll practice over here also. Some of the words which have been highlighted, which are in bold, you just need to look at them and try to guess their meaning. Then we'll try to put them in a sentence. Okay. Tell me once you're done reading.
Yeah, I'm done reading.
Okay. Now, using the same words, try to fill in the blanks. Okay, over here.
Okay. A complex.
Okay, correct. You might have to change the tense.
Yeah, she has contributed a lot of money to the local charity.
Correct, very good.
A balanced diet helps reduce blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look for more resources for my research.
Correct.
And the last, um,
Stable.
stable.
Correct. You know the meanings of all the words given over here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now here we learn how to make predictions. Okay. Now, as I said, when we start reading, it becomes important that we try to make predictions of what we are going to read. Same way, it can be helpful in other skills also whenever you get a reading passage and even in listening. Okay, depending on the picture that might come on your screen or the diagram that could come on your screen, you can try to predict what the question, what the topic might be. Okay, you can also look at the title of the paragraph or the passage, and it will help you to understand what the main thing that you are going to read in it. Okay, for example, when you saw the title of this lesson that we have today, Rise of Social Structures, correct? Or History, Rise of Social Structures, you understand that you're going to read something from the history part, correct? From arts background, from history as a topic. You know that you will not be reading about, say, science, you will not be reading about astrophysics, you will not be reading about psychology. You know that already. So it helps us to make predictions and to analyze what are the things that we will have to observe when we are reading. Okay. So these are the some few things. Along with that, you also know that we usually have factual information questions which come up, correct, in our reading passage. Now, factual information questions, we know that we are trying to observe something that is directly given in the passage. Some important details, some important facts which are directly presented in the passage, correct? In order to understand these questions, we need to read the passage carefully. We need to see what the question is asking us, what information we have to look for exactly, and then we will scan the passage for the specific details. We also know that we will go according to the keywords. If we are going according to the keywords, we'll look for those particular keywords. And we also know that most of the questions which will come up, they will be highlighted according to the paragraph. So we know that we have to look only in that paragraph. We don't have to look anywhere else. But we will look according to the keywords. Now say, if I am looking at this question, which of the following best describes a popular theatre in mainland Europe during the 1500s? What are the keywords that I will look for over here? If I highlight Europe, it is very generic because I can
Right.
identify that the passage will be talking about Europe. Correct? So what are the other keywords that I will look
Maybe
for?
15s. Yeah.
1500s or popular theater.
Yeah.
These are the two keywords that I will try to stick to. Okay. Now, same way, what is, according to paragraph 2, what is true about repetition strategy used in ancient India? So I will try to look for
So
repetition
repetition
strategy.
strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it will be directly mentioned in the passage. Okay, of course it will be paraphrased, but you don't need to go for pragmatic meaning of it. It will be there. Just the words would be changed over here. Okay. Now, based on same, let's try one paragraph. Read this paragraph, then I'll ask you a question based on it, a factual information question based on it.
Yeah, I'm done reading it.
Okay. Here you have the question. Tell me if you want to refer to the paragraph again. Okay.
It's option C, rituals related to significant life events.
Okay. So option C, correct? Okay, that's the correct answer. Moving to the next part over here, you might have to refer to the handout that I have shared with you. Okay, here you have a passage which you have to read, but before you read the passage, look at the title of the passage and the picture which is given, and then you have to try to make predictions of what you are going to read, what you feel you are going to read. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Tell me once you have made your predictions, okay? But do not look at the passage when you're trying to make the predictions.
So by looking at this picture, I can. Okay, so I have to look at the picture. I have to make a prediction, and
Yeah.
then I don't have to skim through the passage, right?
No, not yet. When you try to make the prediction, don't skim through the passage. Just look at the heading and the photograph.
Okay. So looking at the photograph, I can predict that okay, that there is a human. That human might be farmer maybe because
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to keep all those animals in control,
Mm-hmm.
and those animals look like ships or boats, kind of
Sheep or goats, okay? Sheep ला
goats.
आपण plural नाही करत. Okay, we don't make the word sheep
Yeah. Okay.
plural. Deer ला परत आपण plural
Okay.
नाही करत. हम्म,
Yeah.
हम्म. Okay, and what do you think by looking at the heading? What are you going to read about?
Uh, Maybe like how humans and animals like kind of bonded. It's not bonded is not a right word maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but like in the growth of humans, like how animals were introduced and then how they evolved, kind of.
Very good. Okay, now you can look at the paragraph. You can read the paragraph. Refer to your handout because the passage is a bit longer over here.
Okay.
Refer to your handout. Read the passage. Then, of course, there are going to be few questions based on that. Okay.
Okay. I'm done reading the passage.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Now, one second. Okay. Now, here you only have to look at your predictions, whether your predictions were correct about the passage for
Okay.
the part 5. Yeah. Were your predictions correct about the passage?
Um. Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. We have to master that also, of course. Don't worry. See, we don't have to spend a lot of time in predicting what we are going to read, but as soon as you look at the passage, when you look at the heading, when you look at the picture, you should be able to predict it quickly. Okay, in say 10 seconds, 15 seconds. For example, when you see the heading, the development of social complexity, and you look at this picture, what do you feel that you're going to read about?
Okay, so maybe how human used to live in
Humans
this
used to live.
era. Yeah, yeah. And looking at the title, the development of social complexity.
hmm
Okay.
So how the social structures came into picture. Correct?
Came in picture, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When did we start observing all the things? That's what we are going to read in this, yeah? All the social things that we need to follow nowadays, yeah. So now again, read the passage which you have below that, and based on this, I'm going to ask you questions, okay?
Okay.
Here, you have to refer to handout part 6, the development of social complexity.
I'm done
Reading?
reading the
Okay.
message. Yeah.
Now try answering the question. Hmm. You have the questions on the screen also.
It's option number C for first.
Okay, mark your answers first.
Okay.
Then we'll discuss.
Yeah.
Done, Aarti?
Yes, almost. But like I have to explain in two questions, so I'm writing answers for those. Like question number 3 and 7.
Okay. You just have to give one line answers, not very long answers,
Okay.
okay? Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Tell me the
done.
answer for question number one then.
One is C.
Very good. Hunting and collecting food. Two.
Just a minute.
Wait, sorry. C, mobile. And
Okay.
for two,
Yeah.
hunting and collecting food.
Correct.
C
Correct. Two
is
is
the
again
answer.
C. Yeah. Right.
Number three.
Number 3, rise in fertility. It was, I mean,
What effects did the appearance of settled communities bring? People could grow crops which provided stable
yeah.
and abundant food. The human population increased. That should be your
Okay.
correct
Correct. Yeah.
response. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Number four. What
Okay.
does fertility rates mean?
A, birth rates.
Very good, correct. For five, what are the correct
Uh,
options? Yeah,
Low body fat levels, low carbohydrate food, a lot of physical activities, and high protein diets.
very good, all correct. Next, number six.
6A, climate change.
Very good. And for seventh,
7, okay, so it was the max number of people the land could support. So, I mean, they reached the max number of the capacity of, they reached the carrying capacity.
hmm
It's the max number of people, the maximum number of people land could support.
yeah,
So that was the
yeah,
main goal.
close, very close. There were so many people. There were many people, or a lot of people. We can say that the land could barely support them all. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. All of them are correct. Only one you need to work upon. That is question number three. All others were correct.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So we'll stop over here for today. Do go through this handout once again for home
Yeah.
assignment. Along with that, I will also share some vocabulary words today. Okay, so make
Okay,
sure
sure.
you go through them and try to use them in a sentence also along with their meanings. Okay,
Okay, sure.
yeah. Okay, then we'll stop over here. We'll meet tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Ma'am, I just wanted to like ask, like in the evening, what section you are going to cover?
Today I might I have to still finish question types for them. Okay.